Every morning, before you even speak to another human being, your attention is already being measured, predicted, and monetized. You grab your phone, glance at a notification, open an app just for a moment, and instantly you enter the marketplace where your time becomes profit. This is the attention economy, a system built on one fundamental idea. If big tech can hold your attention, even for an extra 5 seconds, they can turn those seconds into money. It starts with design. None of the features you use daily were created by accident. The endless scroll, the red notification badges, the autoplay that starts the next video before you can think, the streaks that make you return every day, all of it was engineered to stop your brain from leaving. Platforms aren't competing for subscriptions or loyalty. They're competing for minutes, for hours, for every fragment of your focus. Behind every swipe, an algorithm is watching. It tracks how slowly you scroll, how long your eyes pause, which posts you ignore, which topics spike your heartbeat, which people make you linger. From these signals, it builds a model of your behavior more accurate than most friends, teachers, or even family members could ever be. The algorithm doesn't need to know who you are, only how you react. And once it understands your reactions, it shapes your digital environment. Your feed becomes a tailored sequence meant to keep you engaged. A funny clip right after a stressful headline, a nostalgic photo after a burst of controversy, a comforting post placed right when you seem likely to leave. It's not random. It's choreography. The platform learns your emotional rhythm. It responds in real time. It keeps you from stopping. But why invest billions in holding your attention? Because attention is the fuel for the entire digital economy. The longer you stay, the more ads can be shown. The more ads shown, the more data collected. The more data collected, the better the predictions. Better predictions lead to higher ad prices. The loop strengthens itself endlessly. This is why big tech needs your time more than anything else. Your data is valuable, but only because your attention creates it. Your emotions, habits, impulses, and reactions generate patterns that become profitable in ways most users will never see. In fact, for some tech giants, more than 80% of revenue comes from converting your attention into targeted advertising. And to extract more value, companies design interfaces that minimize friction. They remove decision-making steps. They hide stopping cues. They eliminate the mental breaks that once helped people conclude an activity. Without natural endings, your brain keeps going, and going, and going. While you think you're choosing to watch one more video, the system already predicted you would. Your time feels voluntary. But much of it is orchestrated, shaped by design choices optimized through millions of experiments you never knew you were a part of. The result? A world where attention, your attention, is the most traded, measured, and manipulated resource on the Internet. To understand how big tech turns your attention into profit, you have to see the machine behind the screen, a system that processes billions of micro-behaviors every second. The journey begins the moment you open an app. In the background, dozens of signals get logged. Your location, your device tilt, your scroll speed, your screen brightness, the exact second you start losing interest. Nothing is wasted. Everything becomes a data point. These data points are fed into massive prediction models. Their job isn't just to show you content you'll like, it's to keep you from leaving. They test thousands of variations of posts, thumbnails, headlines, and visuals across the entire user base. If one version increases watch time by even 0.1%, the system pushes it globally. That tiny increase may seem meaningless to you, but across billions of users, it becomes an ocean of profitable attention. And the more attention they capture, the deeper the data becomes. The deeper the data becomes, the more accurately the platform can predict your next move. Eventually, the algorithm doesn't just react to your behavior, it anticipates it. This is where the real monetization begins, real-time advertising auctions. Every time you pause long enough on a video or open a new page, Advertisers compete for your attention in less than 100 milliseconds. They bid on your likelihood to click, to buy, to sign up, to feel inspired, or to feel insecure enough to engage. You never see this auction, but it happens constantly. Companies pay more for users who are predictable. They pay even more for users who are emotional. And the highest bids go to users caught in a loop of scrolling, reacting, and staying. That's why platforms started prioritizing emotional content. Outrage, fear, humor, admiration, emotional spikes increase engagement. And engagement increases time. And time increases revenue. It's not personal. It's economics. But attention isn't only monetized through ads. Apps also convert attention into product insights. When a feature keeps you on the platform longer, it becomes the blueprint for new tools. When a design slows you down, it disappears without warning. Every interface change, every color, icon, sound, and gesture is based on behavioral experiments running in the background of your daily life. Your attention determines the platform's evolution. Your behavior trains the next generation of AI. Your habits shape billions of dollars in decision-making. And the more platforms learn, the harder it becomes to resist. The system fine-tunes itself to your psychology until the experience feels frictionless, natural, even though every moment is carefully constructed to keep your eyes glued to the screen. This is why the attention economy is so powerful. You contribute to it without realizing it. You're not just the user. You're the data source, the participant, the test subject, and the product all at once. Now imagine this cycle repeating every day, across every device, across billions of people. The attention economy doesn't just influence individual behavior. It shapes culture, consumption, communication, and even identity. What trends, memes, or news stories rise isn't determined by importance, truth, or relevance. It's determined by attention. And whatever captures attention gets amplified. The platforms don't need to choose sides. They don't need to have opinions. Their only mission is to maximize engagement. If polarizing content keeps you on the app longer, the algorithm will amplify it. If inspirational content keeps you scrolling, it will show more of that. The system has no morality, no ideology, no purpose except retention. And yet, behind this mechanical neutrality, the consequences become deeply human. People develop habits shaped by algorithms optimized for profit, not well-being. Many feel more distracted, more overwhelmed, more addicted, more anxious, without understanding why. But the reason is simple. Your mind wasn't built to fight an AI designed to capture it. Meanwhile, tech companies continue to refine their strategies. They invest in behavioral scientists, cognitive researchers, and thousands of engineers dedicated to one mission: finding new ways to keep you engaged for longer. Entire departments study how to lengthen sessions by a few seconds. Entire teams design features meant to reduce your awareness of time passing. And as they perfect these systems, attention becomes more valuable than ever. Not just for ads, but for training future technologies. Your activity trains AI recommendation engines, predictive models, speech recognition, personalization tools, and content ranking systems. Your attention helps build the next generation of digital intelligence, and you'll never be compensated for it. But the biggest revelation of the attention economy is this: time is the currency you never get back. Big tech can trade your attention for profit, but you can't trade those moments for anything. Once spent, they're gone. This doesn't mean the digital world is evil. It means the incentives behind it are powerful enough to reshape human behavior. If a platform's success depends on maximizing your screen time, then everything it creates will be designed around that goal. And that's why understanding the attention economy matters. Not to fear technology, but to recognize how it shapes your days, your choices, and your habits. When you know how your attention is being used, you regain some control. You become more intentional with your time. You start to see the difference between choosing to use a platform and being used by one. Because in the end, your attention is the most valuable resource you have. And the biggest question of the digital age is simple. Who controls it, you or the algorithm?